Royal Marines and US Marines are basically the same thing. Both are just regular infantry with fancy names. Both have the same training standards. Both are equally elite. Every single one of these statements is complete rubbish. Today, we're diving into one of the most controversial comparisons in modern warfare: Royal Marines versus the US Marines. Two forces that share a name, but couldn't be more different in philosophy, training and capability. And before we're done, I'll tell you about an American general who made a statement about British forces that shocked the Pentagon. Welcome back to the war. Now, let's start with the numbers that will shock you. The Royal Marines maintain approximately 8,000 personnel. This includes reserves. The US Marine Corps has approximately 200,000 personnel. Again, this includes reserves. That's a 25-to-1 difference. But here's where it gets interesting. The selection standards tell a completely different story. Royal Marine Commando training has a pass rate of roughly 40% who earn the coveted Green Beret. The US Marine Corps, their boot camp graduation rate hovers around 80 to 85%. This isn't a criticism, it's a fundamental difference in philosophy. The Royal Marine Commandos are designed to be an elite force where every single Marine is expected to perform at commando level. The US Marine Corps is built for global deployment and sustained operations, requiring large numbers of capable Marines. What's your take on this? Quality over quantity, or does size matter in modern warfare? Drop your thoughts below. Here is where the controversy really begins. Royal Marines Commando training lasts 36 weeks. This includes the 4-week ROP. US Marine Corps boot camp lasts 13 weeks. But before American viewers start typing angry comments, let me explain why this matters. Because I'm about to tell you about training so brutal it breaks 75% of candidates before they even reach the final tests. Royal Marines training isn't just longer, it's designed to be institutionalised suffering. The commando tests include speed marches carrying full kit and endurance courses. US Marine Corps training focuses on building Marines who can work as part of a larger force structure. It's intensive, demanding and produces excellent soldiers, but it's not designed to create the same level of individual elite capability as commando training. In fact, there's a legendary story of a Royal Marine who completed the 30-mile final march with a broken ankle, refusing medical attention until after he'd earned his Green Beret. The fundamental difference between these forces isn't just training, it's philosophy. The Royal Marines operate as a precision instrument, small, highly trained units capable of independent operations in any environment. They're the scalpel in Britain's military toolkit. The US Marine Corps operate as America's rapid response force, capable of deploying anywhere in the world within days and sustaining operations indefinitely. They're the sledgehammer that can be applied to any problem, anywhere, anytime. This difference became crystal clear during exercise Green Dagger, where Royal Marines and US Marines face off in direct competition. The results shocked both sides. During the exercise, Royal Marines consistently outperformed their American counterparts in small unit tactics, night operations and individual marksmanship. But when it came to large-scale operations requiring coordination between multiple units, the US Marines' superior numbers and logistics shone through. Hi soldiers, before we continue, don't forget to check out our merch and membership programs. Now, back to the action. When it comes to combat records, both forces have proven themselves in the crucible of modern warfare, but their approaches couldn't be more different. The Falklands War showcased Royal Marines at their absolute best. 45 Commando conducted one of the most audacious military marches in modern history, crossing East Falkland in winter conditions, carrying everything that they needed for sustained combat operations. The march was so demanding that even the Royal Marines' own commanders thought it might be impossible. But they did it anyway. And what happened next changed the course of the war. Meanwhile, US Marines proved their mettle in Fallujah, conducting some of the most intense urban warfare since World War II. The scale of the operation, coordinating thousands of Marines in complex urban terrain, demonstrated capabilities that no other force could match. The equipment comparison reveals fascinating differences. Royal Marines carry the L85, A2 and A3 rifle, which is shortly about to change. They also carry body armour and equipment designed for versatility and reliability. Every piece of kit is chosen for its ability to perform in any environment, from Arctic conditions to desert warfare. US Marines have access to a broader range of equipment, from the M4 carbine to advanced night vision systems. Their logistics network can deliver anything from ammunition to armoured vehicles anywhere in the world within hours. But here's what's really interesting. US Special Operations Command specifically requests Royal Marines for certain joint operations. Why would they do that if the US Marines were superior in every way? Here is where things get really interesting. What happens when these two forces work together? Afghanistan and Iraq provided the perfect laboratory for this equipment. Joint operations revealed that both forces brought unique strengths to the battlefield. Royal Marines excelled at independent operations, working with minimal support in remote areas. Their ability to operate effectively with limited resources impressed American commanders. There's a famous story of a Royal Marines response when asked why they didn't have tanks. We don't need tanks. We are tanks. US Marines brought unmatched logistical capability and the ability to sustain large-scale operations indefinitely. Their integration with air support, artillery and armoured units created a level of firepower that the Royal Marines simply couldn't match. The most telling moment came when both forces served together in Helmand Province. What happened there changed how both militaries view elite infantry operations. So who is better? The answer isn't what either side wants to hear. They're not comparable because they're designed for completely different missions. Asking whether Royal Marines or US Marines are better is like asking whether a scalpel or a sledgehammer is a superior tool. It depends entirely on what you're trying to accomplish. Royal Marines are the elite force you call when you need surgical precision, small numbers of highly trained commandos who can operate independently in any environment. US Marines are the force you call when you need to project power globally and sustain operations indefinitely. Both forces have earned their reputations through blood, sweat and sacrifice. Both have proven themselves in the world's most dangerous places, and both deserve respect for what they've accomplished. The real question isn't who's better, it's which force is better suited for the mission at hand. And what do you think? Are we comparing apples to oranges, or is there a clear winner? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to check out our other videos and our Versus playlist. We compare the Royal Marines to the Paras. Hi soldiers, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to check out our merch and membership programs. And don't forget to check back in again soon. That's an order.